This is literally my goal. This nigga actually should be.
So you think billionaires should exist?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You don't think you're not one of the Californication hyper reality bitches by thinking that? Because you want to be a billionaire and you're not one, so you're gonna do something to become it. At what cost? What's the cost to become it? A billionaire? You don't know.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna put it into you in terms like this. Today, we talking billionaire, millionaire. In the 1800s, 1700s, we talking, I want to be an archbishop. I want to be a duke. This is what the access to certain social standings, certain social, you know, you get the door open for you, certain social circles.
I need to get a chair, man. I can't fucking stand it.
Take the knife too.
They fuck with you.
Fucking get it out of plate.
But yeah, bro, so that's what I'm saying, like, in terms of, like, that's what it looks like today.
Yeah.
And so, it's normal to try and reach that, right? So
Millionaire is fine.
Billionaire, yes. Because it's not for me. Because I'm not being selfish when I want to be a billionaire. I'm not being selfish at all.
The steps that you take in order to become a billionaire, how do you know you're not going to remove parts of yourselves in order to reach a certain outcome? So then when you get there, what's going to keep you grounded enough to do it?
Let me tell you my strategy. I got no issue with niggas calling
shit.
This is my strategy. You can't do shit about it.
Okay,
Listen,
sorry.
I have no issue with niggas calling me a fucked up person.
Yeah.
I have no issue with this for when my granddaughter donate to their scholarship for their grandchild, and they call my granddaughter the greatest philanthropist. It's okay. I had to, you know what I'm saying? Some people had to get hurt so they could call my granddaughter the philanthropist of the year.
Okay.
I can do. Oh, listen. I can take the responsibility of doing the undescribable things to make the money for my family, and where my granddaughter handing out scholarships. Oh, handing out scholarships. I'll take the rock. Everybody have everything bad to say about me. Rockefeller. You ever meet one of his daughters? No. Think about her. His daughter cool and she put up. You can't meet her.
Exactly. You can't.
Exactly.
Would I want to meet her though?
A billionaire philanthropist.
Fuck does that mean? If she dies tomorrow, who is she?
Who's anybody when you die tomorrow?
Exactly. So it's like all these titles for what? If it was given to her and she didn't earn it to the degree that you're earning this shit, then all right, cool. To the next guy, to me, Rockefeller's daughter, philanthropist, baddie. Please look at me. Yeah. The fuck does that do for her? And what does it do for me? And if I am doing that to her, then why am I praising false idols? I should be working towards how you said. I should be dialed the fuck in, not looking for a handout like she was given, like your granddaughter will be given.
King, I'm saying that the handout started from one unscrupulous man. The handout started from one nigga who said, fuck all of y'all. My family not going through that. One man. John D.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
But that's what I'm saying. To be that one man, where it don't matter how y'all niggas feel. Don't matter how y'all feel.
But he basically monopolized. They had to create. So it's like, what does that take? Okay. I love that you use Rockefeller, man. This is an amazing conversation. This is gonna segue right into everything that we're talking about recently on your channel when it comes to the N-word. Right? Yeah, you know? So you have John D. Rockefeller that's basically monopolized everything.
Don't fucking smoke that shit here.
Welcome to Fatty Smoke Shop as well.
Crazy,
And so you have John D. Rockefeller that ends up, you have Jay-Z that names his record label right after him.
Yeah.
And then now the same things that we're seeing on the street that people are praising, and now they got us calling each other the N-word and bitches.
Yeah.
We claim, like, not we, but it's like, women will be like, bro, that's my bad bitch. We bitches, you know? And it's like, damn, so what? Because I'm with my bitches, and then what? With other groups of people, and then I'm from Miami, so in high school, what was it? Just like that. Simple. Everyone's saying it.
Tell me who's that?
Everyone's
Free my friend, I won't
you know?
friends on you.
So
Who the fuck is
everyone's
that?
saying it, and it's became a regular thing. But where did that word come from? Why is it normalized? And then it's like that's sick. No one should use that word. From where it
Get
came
your
from.
fucking ass out of here.
So it's like, all right, John D. Rockefeller monopolized, and then now Jay-Z probably had some funding to name his stuff Rock Nation, Rockefeller. You know, Nas even dissed him in a track saying, "Bro, you named your record label after him." So what does that have to do with? So then you have these narratives and do it for the culture. Do it for the culture. If you're a part of the culture, rep this, rep that. What's that bringing? So it's like this one guy did it for what? He's dead, and yet the repercussions are wavelengths to become. And I just feel like if there's a cap on currency, then no one can get that level of influence. And I'm not talking. I feel like they did Cuba on purpose. You were there. Tell me. They did Cuba on purpose. They said, "This is what that looks like. You want everyone to be equal. Everyone's gonna be equally poor." What? Why can't we find that middle? Where we have a cap on greed. A cap on you don't need 3 boats and 5 cribs
Listen.
for each season.
Listen.
Yeah.
When you don't have the freedom, Nick, you don't need an Apple Watch.
Nope.
Nick, you don't need the Beats, Nick, when it's people
Noise
with
cancellation?
when it's people with wire headphones. Okay.
What?
See what I'm saying? Where does the line start? Where does the line stop where you start drawing it?
Oh,
In the millions.
No.
Why not?
No. Think about Miami, where we live. You need millions of dollars to buy a house today. You're gonna stop it at the millions when the houses cost 1.4 million?
Yeah, but how much do they cost to make? Transparency needs to be happening.
What do you
Transparency
mean?
needs to
That's
happen.
an open market.
Oh, okay. How much? Ask what the profit margin on a vape is. Ask
Man,
what
you
the
said it.
profit margin on a cereal box is.
Bro,
So it's like if people actually went to business school like you and I did and understood that everything is a business and that logistics and even now with TikTok getting threatened to get taken away and they leaked Lululemon, Nike, Louis Vuitton, Prada, all these Chinese manufacturers saying they're made in Italy. Even with all that happening, people's minds are still like, oh, but I still need that Louis bag though, even if it's fake. So it's like what I'm trying to get at is that we now know 100%. It's not a conspiracy anymore. We have the manufacturers make videos and put out on TikTok
huh?
that each bag costs $5-10 to make, and the profit margin is insane. So if everyone can have nice things, then why do we have to be filled with so much ugly? Because everyone has a Louis bag.
because
Put
we
your
live
mouth one more time, that
in the
fucking
system of
head
objects,
over here.
gang. I got the book on me. The same book we
I'm
talking
gonna
about.
burn.
We live in the
I'm
system
gonna
of
burn
objects,
that
man.
shit.
None of these things
I'm gonna
mean
set
anything.
that hair on
Yeah.
fire.
But
None
it'll
of these
cost.
objects mean anything, but it's the meaning we assign to the object.
Okay.
Give me a torch.
It's
Let
a
me see
fucking
that hair.
Lululemon. These are workout clothes. But these are the trendy workout clothes, the cute workout clothes, the hip workout clothes.
Give me that
Hellstar.
motherfucking
These
torch.
is the. See what I'm saying? Think about it. These we're paying for the name associated with the brand. So when you say, why can't everybody have nice things? The definition of these, the reason these are able to sell for what they're able to sell for is the scarcity.
Yeah.
Is the fact that everybody can't buy this. So when everybody can buy this, there's no value proposition at all.
So my take on it is there should be no aloe, there should be no Lululemon, there should be. It's simply I like how this fit. I like this textile turned into this garment, and I could wear blanks. If I could get this blank with no Under Armour,
on the big
I'd
one.
rock it.
Bingo.
And then I'd put my own brand on it. I'd put my own representation of what I believe, rather than having to create a narration through the objects that I'm. What is this called? Through the system of objects. I wouldn't partake in that game. because I don't feel the need to validate my existence through objects, through other people's perspective of me.
Because Nick, I've known you. You've been somebody who's shown, who's been big on Nike,
Yeah.
BMW.
What's your name?
In high school, I remember this. You had a BMW, and I remember how it was like, you had a BMW, you pulled up in it. This Nick BMW today. And I remember how people was reacting to you. And to think about
I didn't have one parking spot.
that, you had two of them joints. And to think about that. Think about that.
Yeah.
I was also high school.
Yeah, it's high school. You know, I have an interesting theory on high school. This is game. This is what you're learning at high school is pure social hierarchy. That's all you learn
I
in
don't
high
want
school.
to say where.
Where you stand in the social hierarchy of your area. That's all you're learning.
Yeah. Well,
Who got the coolest shows? Who the best at sports? Who the finest bitch in your school? This is what you're learning.
we don't learn trade. We don't learn like.
Man, there was automotive.
There was.
in there.
That was
Oh,
cool.
yeah, I ain't taking
That was cool.
That was bullshit.
We had culinary. Don't play. It was a good time, but it's no, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting. And mind you, I feel like the reason why now where I'm at in my life that I enjoy having my BMW, having my Nikes is because the silhouette and the style in which I have. Because I feel like Under Armour has the best textile when it comes to compression. Not because it's Under Armour, but because they've been in business so long that they perfected their craft. And same with BMW. I like the aggressive lines. I like the interior is athletic and aggressive and tech driven. So I feel like there's things like that draw me to the brands rather than like me saying like.
Okay, you're saying that the brands. Okay, what you're explaining is that there's certain attributes about the brands that you particularly enjoy. It's not fandom over the brand, like a blind. It's Nike, I have to buy, which is reasonable. But now let's discuss.
What a tagline by Nike though.
Just do it. It's a thing.
What they represent.
No,
Victory.
you know these things have to be vague by purpose. Have to be vague. So if you're trying to create something, it needs to be vague. That way
I'm
they
so sorry to cut you off on your thought. What's your take on a tagline being to be or not to be?
I don't know what the fuck it means.
That's the question.
Believe the allegations against this defendant are that he went to help facilitate
This is the
the
answer.
purchase
I don't know what it
of
means.
these cars.
To be or not to be. Now you get to you see, that's what you need. If they can read it and this is good, I think, yeah. This is vague enough to like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
That's everything. Everything I craft is to put in the mind of the consumer. What the fuck is you talking about? Like,
It's too philosophical.
just when you like, no, not even on the hyper philosophical tip, but just the confusion is the best way to like.
Oh, so confusion's good, or like by you not knowing what it draws you into it?
Because
In a simple manner.
look, you asked me to be or not to be. I think of all the times in my life I've. Okay, I don't know what the fuck you really mean. We're not thinking of the same thing, but it's what? To be or not? It's 4 words. Okay, 6 words, whatever. But it's 6 words, but it's a million different variations of the meaning. That's where you want to be at. Where it's like, you see what I'm saying? You could put it any type of way to where it's like to be or not to be.
So my brand is the logo is a semicolon, which is the main representation of mental health.
You got some money, bro? You look at the product placement up, man.
Damn it, I'm unprepared.
Product placement.
Oh my god, it's like I don't even follow my boy Reese.
You feel me? Yeah, I'm gonna have to just screenshot his shit, put it in there.
But look, this is right here.
So
yeah, so that's the semicolon is the symbol of mental health awareness. And to be or not to be is also along the same lines. Well, when Shakespeare wrote it in the beginning of Hamlet, it starts off, to be or not to be. That is the question. Because he's battling to kill myself or to persevere or to continue. More to continue, not persevere, but just to continue. And that's the question. Like, to end it or to continue in this world of, you'll really enjoy. I'll send you the Hamlet video. It's about an hour long, but you enjoy learning, so you'll find it fruitful. And so yeah, to be or not to be, and then that's the underlining basis of it: to exist or not to exist. Because if I were to take my own life, then what's happening after this? You don't know. So you're gonna stay with the way he used it. Oh my God, it was such a beautiful way he said it. He said,
explaining that they are no longer together. Do you know where he got this ring? She asked, carefully.
Link in the bio. I'm gonna give
Link in the bio.
I can't quote it perfectly, but you'll love it. You'll love it. Hopefully we get back to the initial topic that we were talking about, which was the system of objects in high school. I think you had a video the other day where you were like, I lost my point. I think it was at the end where you're like, I lost my point. I couldn't get to it. I didn't forget.
I think this is a skill, like, to lose your point and to be able to, like, off the mental determination. I was saying this, like, for me to get back to it, like, to where,
Through practice.
yeah, through practice. Yeah.
I found myself do it once or twice, but then again, it's like when I was practicing my serve, maybe I missed 6 out of 10 times initially, then 4, then 6, then it was 8 out of 10 where I was actually hitting the mark. So it's never gonna be perfect, but with repetition.
Repetition, yeah.
It's wild. So
It's crazy. Oh.
So what's your main business? Landscape?
Yeah. Well, it was, but very
It wasn't your solo venture?
It was like he already had it. It was like,
Right.
I didn't come in scale. I just went to business. I went to school and learned how to do this for 4 years. Like, for me. And so now I come back and it's like certain people can get intimidated for athletes. So it's like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. There's no need to discuss it for me, and people feel offended.
I think that's like one of the hardest things for people to do. And I think that's why it's important to. I think the quote goes from the Bible where you can't be a preacher in your own village because they saw you grow up. Or they know your basis. They know who you were 4 years ago before you went down the Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole of information to better yourself and become the man who you are today. But it's so hard to see past that because it just feels like right now. Last time I saw Reese was maybe 5 years ago, 4 years ago, bowling. Isn't that crazy? We're having a conversation as if we saw each other last week. We've had FaceTime calls and over the phone and 4 years, and we're having a conversation as if we saw each other yesterday. So it's difficult for people to really truly digest that so much time has passed and you've grown so much, and to have that respect, especially people that think they know you as much as a parent does. So yeah, bro, I'm excited to see what ventures you decide to tackle on your own. And
it's late evening. The last person I asked you to, I'm in this situation right now. All the notes you just seen, shit picking up, man. Shit picking up is being serious. But no, let me ask you, bro. Listen, I got a crazy. You say you're not religious. I got a crazy. I'm finna hit you with, bro. I said this to my religious homies. They basically they exiled as fuck. Yeah. Let me make sure them boys can hear me. I told my dogs. Listen, I told my dogs that having a relationship with God is the same thing as having a relationship with a dog.
with a dog.
Are you feeling me on that, Nick? Are you feeling me on that, Nick? Having a relationship with God, the same thing as having a relationship with a pet.
Yes.
Being that you
What's there to get mad at?
you never hear anything back from it, so The relationship you have with the pet
It's how
is
you
the
treat it.
relationship you put on the pet. Oh, he looks so cute with the costume on. You never heard nobody say their dog
Why?
hate
He
them.
is not in the mood.
You never heard nobody say
He
their
is
God
not in
hate
the
them.
mood.
God love me. God don't play about me. To think about that, because you don't
Why is
hear
that a bad
anything
take?
back. Because I'm comparing. They was like, bro, you compare God to a dog. Maybe I would have heard your point if you a dog like.
that's the closed-mindedness that religion places you in, because this is a hot take, but I've been meaning to make a video on this for a while, where it's just like, if you put all of your faith in Jesus Christ, you've taken all the power away from yourself.
Yeah, you dedicate your life to Christ. You don't
Christ
mean
is
nothing.
different. Christ is God, but
The
Jesus,
same thing.
Jesus is man.
No, I
Jesus
think
is the
it's all the
embodiment.
same.
Jesus Christ. Jesus
I think
Christ.
It's all the same. Nigga. It's
I
all
disagree.
The same.
I think.
Because I was gonna ask you, you have fear of God, but you're not religious.
This is when I was Christian.
Oh.
But everything happens for a reason. So I do think you should have a level of respect.
That's where you were at that point.
Yeah, but as well as like same with me. Like I'm very loving. I'm very charismatic. I have a lot of empathy. But at the same time, if it came down to it, I would, if needed be, bite someone's throat off.
Whoa, very insane.
Shoot someone in the face.
But I want to ask,
Like
about
that's not something that duality doesn't exist.
It does. No, it definitely does. That
So it's like-
duality is the one truth of our life. But 2 words you chose to get
Yeah.
on your body: fear, God.
Yeah.
Do you like? Can so for me, what I'm hearing is like, what I see from this is that it's like fear.
Yeah.
That this is the only emotion that you can use to get people to get on your side. The
Or rage.
The fear of going to hell.
Yeah.
The fear of, if I don't do what they say in
Yeah.
this book that was written 3,000 years ago,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to hell and burn for the rest of my life. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. Which is like, it's unfortunate that someone would subscribe to that thought, because there's so many different outcomes that could actually possibly be. Pot scrubbers?
A pipe scrubber?
Yeah.
Pot scrubbers?
You said possibly could possibly be.
There's so many outcomes that could possibly be.
Are there an infinite number of possibilities, my friend?
Yeah, because if you knew that there was one, then you'd be able to prove it, right?
What
No one's died and come back to let us know.
And I think this creates such an interesting like feedback loop with religion that it's like getting like, so man, bro, you gotta die before you find out if I'm telling the truth.
Everyone wants Nirvana, but no one wants to die.
You see what I'm saying? To where you see what I'm saying? Like,
It's hard.
bro, to me it's like you got one life.
From a business perspective.
You got one life, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna dedicate my life to this version of the truth that was handed to me because I was born here.
Yeah.
Tell me we Christians because we in America. Gang, if we was born in India,
That's why I
we'd
don't
be
claim,
Hindi.
that's why I don't claim religion. I had a world religion class
Yeah.
where I said, and then also if you were born in India, then you would be Indian, and if I was born in Spain, then I would be Spaniard. So
You
it's
see what I'm
like,
saying, and it's like your viewpoints are handed to you at birth.
yeah. So you have to. We're attacking this one tattoo. But I have
I don't know.
But I have another one that says "I am" in quotation marks. Now, do I believe in the EIN?
I am.
EIN.
$4.
I am.
I am.
Yeah.
So,
It's
and it's in
actually fine.
quotations. So it's like
Yeah.
when you
Virgil.
put something in quotations, it's like
What do you want?
No.
no, not in this context.
Not in this context. No, this is a tribute to one of my favorite designers growing up, Virgil Abloh, where you have shoelaces, and it's titling what it is, and it's like it's self-explanatory, but to place it is even more so. So I believe I am the I am. Now there is EIM, which is the ego, identity, and mind, which we all very much take extremely personally. But that's a life that if you're up,
You have
enjoy
$7, Red.
and if you're down,
7.
you're miserable. So I think the I am is a nice middle ground where I understand everything that's happening to me isn't happening to me, but so much simply happening. Everything's happening all the time.
That when horrible shit is going, fam, I done been in horrible positions financially. I don't say mentally too much, but it's like
That is a lot.
Oh, I guess you would say mentally in that degree. But what I'm saying is this, like, when you suffer, you gotta understand. That was in that, bro. That was in that book I just showed you. When it's your turn to suffer, just like every great man that came before you. Everybody had to suffer, gang. You feel me? This just my little taste of the suffer. This just my little taste of how low Reese can get before he bounced back. So that's what I'm telling you. Like when you in your lowest of your lows, gang, what you need is like a song that sound like it's like, you feel me, you done made it. Cause when you could play, you feel me? When you could play the song that you made it, you can just sit back and like, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like, but no, when it's like shit not going right, bro. I don't know. Like it just.
I just feel like shit doesn't go right every single day. Like it just nothing can be planned out perfectly entirely. So for me to take things personally, and I feel like this is what kept me stagnant a lot of my life, where it's like I don't want to fail. If you don't want to fail, then you end up not doing.
Yeah.
So do I want to not do and say I never failed and then never be, or do I want to fail and not take it personally?
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do without Matt jumping in the convo.
We would have been on 17 different subjects.
Gang, we going crazy for the YouTube. Talking stupid for the hyper reality homies. We can get the A-Rab in there. Look, he eating his fucking goat. What you got today, Matt?
Wife made that?
My mom.
Your mom? You got goat in there?
I don't know what it is.
A-Rab food?
From Trader Joe's.
And boy got that A-Rab food.
You're recording the convo?
Yeah, bro, the whole convo is 26 minutes,
Why
man.
you didn't fucking record and flip outside like I said?
Ain't nobody want to talk to that old ass bitch.
As stool transplants, because if you just think of it like this: if Matt told you to pull up to the store, right, every single day for a month, and he gave you no work and no pay, how many days would you show up?
And that's my dog.
And that's his boy. So it's like, think of it like this. And that's his boy. So he says 0, but he'll come for a couple hours.
You feel me? Look, I'll come bullshit with
He'll
the
come
homies
for a
at
couple
first.
hours, you know? And that's what our gut microbiome does too. So if you're not eating proper nutritious food, then there's certain bacteria in your body that say, yo, I messed with this person, but I'm not being used. So I'm out of here. And then that's when your gut bacteria gets messed up. And that's when the ones that break down the bad food, the artificial food, they stay, they become excess, and then the ones that break down the nutrients leave. And that's where people get sick. Because you easily get sick because your mind, and then you're in bad moods, you're depressed, because your gut is your second brain. Long story short, we've created a symbiotic relationship with this bacteria that we consider our body. Now, when you cut your finger, right, or stub your toe, or hurt yourself, you could acknowledge that it hurts, right? So you're an observer. You're past that. You're past the feeling, because you're able to say, this hurts. Not like freak out and be like, what's happening to me? I'm able to acknowledge the experience and detach from it. So we're something more than our body.
That's what you think. I think that this is simply created through the process of speech and language. Because with the process of speech and language, pigs can't speak and talk. They don't.
But they still experience pain.
So the experience of pain is something that you're speaking solely to the experience of pain. And this is something that as a mortal being, the dead don't feel pain. You feel pain, you're here. But it's some pain that can put you there to permanent death. Some pain like emotional pain. It's just
So the experience of pain, right? Being alive, because if you're dead, what happens after you're dead?
everybody thinks something different.
Okay, so you're no longer this, right? If you're dead, why does your body stay here?
It doesn't stay here.
It does stay here. Your body's here.
It does not stay here.
Does it decompose?
There's niggas who died in the year 1683. Is their body still here? They shit is grass now, gang.
Over how many times? Over how many days?
It doesn't. I don't know how many days.
I'm
They
saying,
would
do you die and
decompose.
vanish?
Quite literally, yes.
Do you die and vanish?
Quite literally,
Not
yes.
talking about it. Okay, quite literally, yes.
Yes.
The higher portion of you. The thing that's able to say, that hurt.
Look, I'm saying when all this shit is done, it's done. When you lost your dog,
You're
did
not-
it? You had a dog that died, it never came back.
Okay,
You had
the body decomposed or did it vanish?
But the body takes time to decompose.
Okay. So if you think when you die you vanish,
It's over. Yes.
why does your body take a couple of days to decompose? If you're your body, and this is just everything is just through language and
A car could be sitting in a junkyard with no engine. A car can sit like that.
are you creating an analogy between human beings and a car?
Yes. To
A
where a human
mechanical-
being needs an engine, a human
if
being
you-
needs
if
a
you say
brain,
another
needs
animal at
organs.
If you say that, but that's
These things are made in our image.
It's like you saying a computer. Oh, okay. Thank you. They're created in our image, and what are we created in? God's image.
We can cut this shit right here, Nick. I don't agree with you. We are created in God's
My guy
image.
says, I don't agree with you, so let's cut it.
Let's cut it.
I don't agree with you, and continue.
Let's cut it. And then Rick, I'm taking my ball. I'm going home.
You're saying, when I ask a simple question that can be answered, you give an analogy through mechanics. And mechanics is an invention. We created the first, we can date back to when we created the first car. You said humanity's been here for over 300 years.
300,000 years.
Exactly. Even 300,000 years. So where did we created a symbiotic relationship with this bacteria. And then what are we? What are we tuned into for us to have this level of consciousness in order to source these facts? Are you filing through your brain in there? What does it mean to lose your mind? Are we our mind? Or is our mind... This is actually a really cool take. I think our mind is the first ever computer.
Or the computer is the digital mind.
And how can we create something if it's not in our image? So we created what was evolved into
Evolved into.
our mind. And it is expanded through collection of information and language. So our mind is the first computer. And same way you go and search things on the computer to find certain research and entertain yourself to watch a video while you're eating.
Yeah.
People also do that with their mind. And that's where anxiety comes in. And that's where all these things, that's why I've practiced disconnecting from these emotions, because I just don't want to play that film right now. I don't want to search the web. I don't want to play these memories that I've stored and now embodied. I am the I am. I am the spiritual entity watching it all. Everything else is a file database, like a computer. That's why we're able to create it. We can't create what we're not.
And so you feel as a supreme overlooker. And you look amongst it all.
Supreme is supreme as ego.
Supreme as ego.